only saw his face on television. For those of you who always wished that you at least saw this man, some of you named your children after him without even knowing or seeing him. But today, Benue has presented this great man, this great African, this man who laid his life on the line for the unity of our country. Put your hands together for General Yakubu Gowon.
Ichayati yana tuwashisha Gowon yona wenshonu yana kutoa Nigeria luoji ma okana iwa tie Gowon ya Gowon yo heveta ya hane yuega Gowon yo yona
Aidoma order na pu General Yakubu Gowon allow hilo iho anuha mulentia.
Your Excellency, Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, represented by the Chief of Staff to Mr. President, Senator Femi Bajabiamila, Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Benue State, Reverend Father Dr. Hyacinth Yeoman Alia, Your Excellencies, all former governors of Benue State, and all distinguished, valued guests from the federal government and also Benue State government, my Lord, Your Highnesses, our respected traditional rulers and religious leaders who have graciously demonstrated affinity and love for Benue State by your physical presence here today. I recognize and respect all of you for coming to celebrate a worthy journey of one of the most visible states of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Benue State. Your Excellencies, my lords, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let us abide by the protocol set by the Master of Ceremony. Allow me to very specially start by expressing my personal gratitude to His Excellency the Governor, Reverend Dr. Hyacinth Yeoman Alia, for exclusively inviting me as special guest of honor to this occasion, for which role I feel highly honored and very appreciative. In the course of my relationship, both at personal and official level, historically, as head of state, I created Benue Plateau State in 1967 and initiated the creation of Benue State in 1975, and it was done in 1976. As head of state and chief of the armed forces, I worked with and related very closely with many of your brilliant sons and daughters, public servants and military officers across the ethnic group of this great state. The invitation of the governor to me sent me into nostalgia of the memorable days I related with respected sons and daughters of Benue State. In all years past till date, I'm made to genuinely feel at home in Benue, and I am proud to express it publicly here today. Yes, I'm delighted to be back home. Yeah. Today's event being the golden jubilee of the creation of Benue State, the governor could not have picked a better time to celebrate and reflect over 5 decades of the journey of this state with a rare opportunity to identify areas of comparative advantage and the windows of opportunity that are beckoning for attention. If today's event gives us the opportunity to truly celebrate Benue State, the menu on the table is very rich. First of all, Benue State has a proud past with notable national and indeed international personalities that have reminded us of the human resources of this great state. I know that you are very proud of some of your prominent sons and daughters that have served this country and helped to keep this country one and united. People like late J.S. Tarka, the Tiligados, the Paul Anungos, Aperaku, former Senate President, Senator David Mark, late Professor Isawa Elaigu. Of course, today there are many others. But just naming a few. And today you have George Akume, who is the present Secretary to the Government of the Federation. All past indigenous military and civilian governors. And let me include someone who comes from outside and was governor in 3 states in this country. I am now referring to Governor or Senator and Governor Jonah Jang. Where is he? I haven't seen him. Where is he? I see. Well done. Okay. Stand to attention. Sit down. Thank you. Of course, you have people like Atom Pera, of course, Suswan, Governor Suswan, Simon Autumn, and many others, And let me really remember particularly one very important military man that really served me, and unfortunately he came to give the orders for the start of the Civil War. And unfortunately, after delivering the message to the general commanding, or the officer commanding the unit here, he unfortunately died in a helicopter accident. May his soul rest in peace. But that man, of course, was Joseph Akaham. May his soul rest in peace. Amen. We have other senior good military officers. Emmanuel Ikwe, who was Chief of Air Staff during the early stage of the Civil War, during the Civil War. And of course, there are many others that I cannot mention here, but that the story of Benue will be incomplete without mentioning their names for the record. But let also others that have not been, been mentioned. There is no doubt that Benue State is not mentioned without its appellate of the food basket of Nigeria, green belt of Nigeria. Invariably, as I've said, it is the one of the most beautiful green belts of Nigeria. The yams, the numerous refreshing fruits from Benue State has made it a business and tourist attraction. The Benue Green Belt is equally one of the attractions for livestock rearing, contributing to the sad resource conflicts recently and currently being experienced in this state. However, with the recent consolidation of the Joseph Tarka University of Agriculture, the future of a modern technology, innovation, and research and development-driven diversification agricultural value chain for desirable value-added products speak to Benue's as the El Dorado or Finland of Nigeria. Yet mention of these great successes and achievements, I cannot avoid making reference to the unfortunate resource-based conflicts and insecurity, whichever name some may choose to call it. The recent conflicts are sadly man-made, but I know that with the commendable support of Mr. President Bola Tinubu to peacefully resolve the situation, and with the commendable leadership of the Governor, His Royal Majesty Victor Tiv, Professor Yatse, a very respected professor and intellectual, along with the Arch Idoma, as well as the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, and all former and present political leaders, the present and possibly simmering conflicts can be resolved amicably and very peacefully. However, today is a day of celebration of the state's 50 years, and it is my wish and desire to encourage the leaders at all levels and across and within the ethnic groups of the state to initiate a robust, peaceful relationship, coexistence, and complementarity. This can be achieved not with a magic wand, but with the peace that all our combined faiths command. Categorically, I can say without fear of contradiction that with a general sense of fairness, exclusivity, mutual respect for others, regardless of ideological or personal differences, it is possible to decide today and from here that the Golden Jubilee celebrations of Benue State need to rise with a new resolution that Benue at 50, a new beginning for our state. Thank you all for joining His Excellency, the Governor, to celebrate Benue State at 50 and this Golden Jubilee. Once more, I want to say thank you for inviting me as special guest of honor, and I want to thank all those who have come to this celebration here and those who are performing, to say thank you all for a great show, making from this certainly a celebration of the 50th anniversary, of Benue as a state, not Benue Plateau State, not part of Benue Plateau State. Thank you all, and God bless you all. Thank you.
You, Benue, you can do better. Put your hands together for our father. You heard him say he actually initiated the creation of our state, and then it was eventually done in 1976. Thank you, Daddy. May I very quickly, Your Excellencies, welcome the representative of the Governor of Nasarawa State, Honorable Engineer Moses Utondo, Special Advisor on Rural Development to the Governor of Nasarawa State. And may I also welcome former Deputy Governor of Benue State, His Excellency Engineer Benson Abonu. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, may I welcome to present to you a paper titled Benue Yesterday, Today and Tomorrow by a professor of history, Professor Yakubu Ochefu of the Moses Osho Adasu University. Put your hands together for Professor Yakubu Ochefu. Prof.
Thank you very much, Master of Ceremony, Mr. President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Protocols as already established. The day is far spent, and many of our dignitaries are short on time, so we will keep this very short. Indeed, our esteemed statesman, General Yakubu Gowon, with whom I share the same name, and with whom my father worked with in the Nigerian Army, has said quite a number of the things that I had listed to say. The creation of Benue State, the background to the creation of Benue State, he has mentioned. The 50 years that we have spent in terms of our formation, he has also mentioned. And so what I will focus on is the 6 pillars that I think are important for us to consider as we plan for another 50 years ahead. What will we propose for Benue at 100, since we know what has happened to Benue at 50? The first, which our head of state has mentioned, is security. It is important that our families who are sleeping in internally displaced camps are taken back to their homes and villages. We must resolve the security issue. We must support the creation of state police by this administration, because working in tandem with our traditional authorities, we should be able to manage our security process. The second is the food basket of the nation. We must change from the food basket of the nation to the knowledge basket of North Central, because it is knowledge in the 21st century that is going to deliver us from all our developmental goals. The third is that we must have a fiscal compact, building on the present administration's charge to improve internally generated revenue. We must depend less on federal allocations and do more internally to be able to fund our developmental aspirations. We must invest in infrastructure that supports the ambitions of our generation. Our children are a digital generation, and we must provide the supporting infrastructure in terms of power, in terms of affordable high-speed internet access to be able to enable them to blossom. And finally, we must agree, speak plainly to our fundamental development challenges, which is the issue of the consensus of the elites. The General has mentioned it. We have produced so many dignitaries for this country, and we are still doing so. 3 Senate presidents, a Speaker of the House of Reps, generals in the Army, you can go on and on and on. At what point will these elites come together and have a consensus to chart a development agenda for the next 50 years? An apolitical agenda, a bipartisan agenda where we all agree that in the next 10 years, this is what we are going to do to solve our problems. Can we achieve a consensus that will foster that type of unity? I have a word for the citizens of Benue in 2076, that all the things we have said today in the paper, which I will share, are things that we can do if we have that consensus I'm talking about. And for the governor, I say to you, you were 10 years old when Benue State was created. What was on your mind on the day you heard that Benue State was created? What shaped your form? Benue has the distinction of being the only state in Nigeria that has been governed by 2 Catholic priests. And in this audience today, we know that we have a daughter, a son. I have an adopted granddaughter, Shimendo Asamaya, who will be looking at this video and saying, in 50 years' time, what do I want to be? How do I want to see a Benue? It is that compact that I want us to go home with, to say emphatically that the Benue we have, the journey that we have started for Benue, is a good journey. We have made a lot of progress, like the General has said, but it is important for us to leave a Benue State better than we have met it, with more supporting infrastructure for our children, security for our people, and funding for our businesses, our small businesses. No country has developed based on state support alone. It is the power of the entrepreneurial class that has led to the development of all institutions. I'm running short of my time, and at this point, I will plead to our political leaders to sheath their political swords and work together on a tandem of unity to ensure that the development agenda, which we saw inherited 50 years ago, will lay a solid foundation for the next 50 years. Thank you, and good afternoon.
Put your hands together for that all very thoughtful paper. I have never seen a paper so short and still so full and deep. Professor Ochefu says he's going to share that, both hard copies and soft. And for those of you who wish to get deep into what he has presented here, he will avail you that opportunity. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a copy of the program for this occasion, we are going to take goodwill messages from very distinguished Nigerians at this point. May I begin by inviting the President of the Benue State Council of Chiefs, the Lion of the Tiv Kingdom, the Royal Father of the Tiv people, the Tortiv, His Royal Majesty, Professor James Iyozua Otese Ayate, to come and deliver his goodwill message at this occasion. And after him, I will invite our visitor, who we know it is only when people have an occasion and the people that have that occasion at heart that they can travel from such a long distance to be part of that occasion. So after the Royal Majesty, the Tortiv, I will invite the Oni of Ife, His Imperial Majesty, Oba Dr. Adeyeye Enitan Ogunwusi CFR. He will come just after the Tortiv. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as we welcome the Tortiv.
Zaganya como Yahuga, God will team. When Chano attempt to shut your team to Meche. Ikutada, Oku University, Kano Karavisi, Mugulo Musu. The tower was on the Jerry Amakataka Wanchi. Kauna Kare, Fire, Puyango Kare. O Professor Pablo Moro, Chacho Napu of Tim Chibi, Machu Tanjuru Kuhako Tagada, Mashu Buachi. Aha. This will go out, Tim.
The President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, very ably represented by the Chief of Staff, the former President, General Yakubu Gowon, and Chairman of the occasion. Sir, I still remember, go on with one Nigeria. Thank you for honoring us with your presence. The former Vice President, Architect Sambo, CON, the Governor of Benue State, the one hosting us today. Governor, I want to thank you because since our creation in 1976, this is the opportunity you have given the state to have an anniversary. We want to congratulate you on that. The Deputy Governor of Benue State and Chairman of the CPC, the former Governor of Benue State, Senator Suswam, and his wife, former Governor of Benue State, Jonah Jang, former Governor of Benue State, General Tom Kwera, the Speaker of the House of Assembly, the Chief Judge, the President, Customary Court of Appeal, Chairman of APC, permit me to stand on the existing protocol, but let me mention my colleagues, the Ooni of Ife, that has honored us with our presence here. And through him, let me welcome all traditional rulers to this occasion. My speech is going to be brief. I will first appreciate, then I will applaud, and I will appeal. I want to first appreciate the Almighty God for the opportunity He has given us to gather here to celebrate our anniversary. I want to appreciate the many that have come far and wide to be part of this celebration and to encourage us. I appreciate you. I want to appreciate, once again, those that were behind the creation of Benue State. We thank you for the opportunity you gave us to develop as a state. Let me, at this moment, applaud the people of Benue State for their resilience. In all these years, you have gone through thick and thin. You have faced struggles, but you have won. You have faced insecurity on all fronts, but you are still here. It's because of your resilience, it's because of your courage, and it's because of your commitment. I applaud you all, the people, the good people of Benue State, for standing together in all we do. Today we are celebrating 50 years. 50 years of unity in diversity. 50 years of turning our diversities into strength. 50 years of victories. We have come very far. And I want to applaud the people of Benue State. And I want to applaud the different governors that have led us in Benue. Each one of them building a block and continuing thereafter by others that succeeded to give us what we have today in Benue State. I cannot but remember the late Apereku, who laid a solid foundation as the first democratically elected governor of Benue State. Many of the foundations he laid, we are still building on by successive governors. We want to remember him. We want to applaud the unity, the understanding, the harmony in all the 50 years, and the governors that have led us with a lot of understanding. We want to applaud that. As we move forward in the next years ahead, to build a Benue State of our dream, the one Benue we desire, I want to appeal that we stand together as one. We reason together as one. In our diversities, we hold hands together. And in our governance and party politics, we must do it in a way that the people become the focus, not individuals. And we sit together as political leaders to fashion out a plan and an action to give every section of Benue State a sense of belonging, a sense of inclusivity, a sense of partnership as we move forward to build the Benue of our dreams. We have come a long way We have developed, but there is still a lot to be done. I call on the current government, the governor of Benue State, Reverend Father Dr. Hyacinth Ilmem Alia, the Asotalu Chief, the Asotalu Benue, to ensure that what needs to be done to move Benue forward is done. And secondly, I want to appeal to our politicians. Let's play the politics of unity, not politics of division. We have had too many political conflicts. That is good for Benue. Going forward, let's see how we unite together in our politics, not to divide and to cause tension and unnecessary fights. Benue needs to have leaders that can unite together and take us to the next 50 years, not those who will fight among themselves. We must raise leaders whose interest is in the people, not people whose interest is in themselves. That is what is needed in the next 50 years. I'm speaking on behalf of the Benue State Council of Traditional Rulers. And as fathers of this land, we want to pledge that going forward, more than we have ever done before, we will support the political leadership of the state to move the state forward. We are not where we should be, and we must unite in every way possible to get to where we will be. And I know God is on our side, and we will get there. Thank you all for coming, and God bless you as you go to your various destinations and pray for Benue for the next 50 years. God bless you.
Put your hands together for the royal father of the Chief Kingdom, His Royal Majesty. Thank you, DJ. His Royal Majesty, the Tortive Professor James Otesi Yozua Ayate. We thank you, sir. May I invite for his own goodwill message, His Imperial Majesty, Oba Dr. Adeyeye Enitan Ogunwusi, CFR, the Oni of Ife, the royal father of the day for this occasion, for his goodwill message. Put your hands together, Benue. Welcome one of Nigeria's finest.
Ichayate ninagena kaweshano aluto eto wasarate nyana kato ucha Yoruba utame oni oife akwala naguko na yesha do wawa bawachila kadie kwa
Your Excellency, the father of our then nation, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, ably represented here by the Chief of Staff to the President. Your Excellency, the man after God's heart, the governor of Benue State, a very refined spiritual leader who, by virtue of providence, is now a political leader of this noble state. Your Excellency, Reverend Father Elia, I thank you for what you are doing and the great honor to have invited me today. I stand on the established protocol, but it is very important to give honor to whom honor is due. We have in our midst, by virtue of providence, the father of Nigeria himself, the father of all generals of this country, who also fought very tirelessly to bring unity of this country. And today, by providence, he is the chairman of today, General Yakubu Gowon. We greet you, all the traditional rulers of this country, from all the corners of this country. We thank you for everything you have been doing and you are still doing for our great nation. 50 years ago, you came upstage, you created this state. Every one of us here, we have been a beneficiary of so many of your virtues. I stand here today as a traditional ruler to let you all know that I have benefited immensely from Benue State. And I know each and every one of us here that have benefited from Benue as a state. Please join me to give Benue State a resounding round of applause. I am not happy with your response. If truly, truly you are happy to be from Benue State, I want to hear a shout out from all of you. I am one of you because 30 years ago, I came to do my national youth service in this beautiful state. Very wonderful people, very warm people. The only thing you almost did for me in Benue State, you almost gave me a wife. But you didn't do that for me. But I'm happy. Eventually, we gave one of the political leaders our own daughter, our own mother, who is one of the engine room driving one of the political leaders here, Her Excellency Yemisi Suswan. Thank you for making the entire Yoruba people proud. And we thank your husband for making you to be more beautiful. We have given Benue people completely. Don't worry, don't come back home. They are wonderful people. I am very happy. Today is very emotional for me because the same father of all generals who created National Youth Service to bring unity amongst Nigerian youths, I have never would have had that experience to drive 16 hours all the way from Ibadan to Benue to see the beauty of all the beautiful nature of our dear country. My prayer is someday, let us believe in this country, that time is coming back. We all know the challenges of security. Things like that may not be an experience of our youth, but let us believe in our country and let us believe in our political leaders. They are trying their best to bring back unity and foster good relationship in our country. Totif came as the royal father of the state, came to give a very powerful speech. I never knew that he can combine the political prowess and a traditional rulership structure, and he has spoken from the heart that he will appeal to all political leaders for unity. I will join force with him on behalf of all the traditional rulers of this country. Let us believe in our country. Let us believe in unity and togetherness of Nigeria. Nigeria is progressing. That is the truth. A lot of things are happening in terms of transformation of what the current government is doing. Very soon, we will be feeling it. The challenge that we all know is something we will all surpass. All the security challenges we are experiencing in this country, it is all our responsibilities because they all live in our midst. Whenever we see any bad people, we need to push them out. I'm using the Golden Jubilee of Benue State, and as a beneficiary of the beauty of this state, I'm using this anniversary to connect to all and sundry in this country, because I still feel the energy that I felt about 30 years ago. I felt it from the chairman of this occasion, the deputy governor. Please give him a resounding round of applause. He's done very well. And all of us here, I say congratulations. God bless Benue State, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Please, Benue, put your hands together for our big visitor. Your Imperial Majesty, we thank you. May I invite the representative of the governor of Nasarawa State, who serves as a special advisor to the governor on rural development, Honorable Engineer Moses Otondo. This is your time for your goodwill message, after which we will invite the former perfect gentleman, soft-spoken Vice President of Nigeria, former Vice President of Nigeria, for his goodwill message. But now, we will take the goodwill message of the government and people of Nasarawa State. The people of Benue, as the no DJ, stop that, as the representative of the governor of Nasarawa State is coming, may I let you know, after this very grand occasion here, we'll go and rest, and we will come back here this evening for a very special cultural, musical, and deep artistic performances by our people to celebrate Benue in a very big concert.
Your Excellency, the President and Commander of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, ably represented by the Chief of Staff, Your Excellency, the Governor of Benue State, allow me to stand on the existing protocol. I am representing my principal, His Excellency, the Governor of Nasarawa State, Engineer Sule, who would have been available here, but because of some state pressing issues, he has not been able to be around himself. He therefore asked me to represent him at this an all-important function for Twins event of celebrating the 50 years anniversary of the Benue State, and also the 68th birthday of His Excellency, the Governor of Benue State, Reverend Dr. Hyacinth Alia. It is my pleasure to represent my Excellency, the Governor of Nasarawa State. My message is very clear and simple. While Benue State celebrates 50 years anniversary of independence of becoming a state, Nasarawa State celebrates 30 years of independence of becoming a state. As good neighbors, my governor said I should represent him, and not only that, I should extend my warm message on behalf of the people and government of Nasarawa State to Benue to continue to maintain a cordial relationship among the two neighbors. It is only when there is it is only when there is peace that there is development. Benue and Nasarawa is only by administrative boundaries that are separating the two states, but they have a common culture and common understanding. His Excellency said I should inform the people of Benue State that Nasarawa State is ever willing and ready to continue to cooperate in the area of any challenges that can make the two states to remain in peace. I want to sincerely thank the people of Benue State for celebrating this and all important event of celebrating 50 years anniversary. I want to thank His Excellency, the Governor of Benue State, Reverend Dr. Hyacinth Alia, for having a vision. This is not just a celebration, but it has an important value attached to it. It is only when you celebrate a history of identity and independence that you can remember your pains and struggles to become what you are today. For him to remember this, I know that he has the interests of Benue at heart. He has shown his patriotism to his state, and he has demonstrated this in several other fora. I want to appeal to him to continue to unite the people of Benue State as he is doing. His government has marked a clear difference with other governments. And I want him to continue because I know what he's doing. Benue people are happy with him. And if he continues like this, I believe everyone in Benue will appreciate what he's doing. I want to appreciate the people of Benue State for understanding and cooperating with the government so that together achievements can come, because there will be no meaningful achievements without cooperation and understanding. On behalf of His Excellency Engineer Abdullahi Sule, the government and good people of Nasarawa State, I want to sincerely extend my appreciation and also my good wishes to the people of Benue as we celebrate your 50 years anniversary, and to His Excellency Dr. Hyacinth Alia celebrating his 60th birthday. At the end of it all, it is my sincere prayers to Almighty God that has gathered us here together to take us back to our various destinations in good health. And on behalf of the people of Nasarawa State, I want to say thank you all, and God bless all of us.
Thank you very much. Put your hands together for the goodwill message of the people and government of Nasarawa State. May I very humbly invite former Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Namadi Sambo, GCON, to come and present his goodwill message to the people of Benue. Please put your hands together to welcome this big visitor who has come to celebrate with us. I earlier told you that the chairman of Conference of Speakers of Houses of Assembly in Nigeria, who is a Speaker of Delta State Assembly, Right Honorable Emomotimi Guo, is here, but I did not let you know that he also represents the government and people of Delta State. He's representing the governor of Delta at this occasion, just so that you know. The people of Benue, you can do better. Put your hands together. Put your hands together for our father, the former vice president.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. The President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, ably represented by the Chief of Staff, Right Honorable Femi Obajamila. His Excellency, our father of the nation, President and Head of State, Yakubu Gowon, His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Benue State, Reverend Father Dr. Hyacinth Ayomen Alia, Your Excellencies, former governors of Benue State, His Excellency, Distinguished Senator Jonah Jang, Brigadier General Atom Pera, and my brother, His Excellency, Senator Gabriel Suswan, and his beautiful wife, my professional colleague, His Excellency, Engineer Gamade, Your Royal Highnesses, and our Royal Father of the Day, the Oni of Ife, and all other Royal Fathers here present, Deputy Governors, members of the Federal and State Houses of Assembly, the good people of Benue State, members of the security agencies and members of the press, Your Excellency, Reverend Father Dr. Hyacinth Ayomen Alia, the Executive Governor of Benue State, it is with great joy and profound honor that I join the good people of Benue State in celebrating the 50th anniversary, the Golden Jubilee of our beloved state. On the 3rd of February, 1976, Benue State was created from the former Benue Plateau State by the military administration of late General Murtala Ramat Mohammed as part of the historic restructuring that increased the number of states in Nigeria from 12 to 19 states. Today, 50 years later, we celebrate a remarkable journey of history, resilience, cultural heritage, and collective progress, as well as service to our nation. Benue has distinguished itself as the food basket of Nigeria, blessed with fertile land, rich cultural heritage, hard-working people, and immense human and natural resources. I would like to share with you that about 40 years ago, as a very young architect, I participated in the design of the Benue Hotel. I would also like to share something that I saw on the television just early this week. His Excellency the Governor has a program of rehabilitating abandoned projects. And here was a project of almost 40-year-old, a flour mill and animal feed factory. And the manager of the factory was taking around journalists and other guests. And one thing he said that really caught my mind is that for those almost 40 years, not a single motor, not a single bolt was stolen from that factory. This is the character of the Benue people. Congratulations. I warmly congratulate His Excellency, Reverend Father Dr. Hassan Ayomen Alia, for his leadership and commitment to the development of the state. I also congratulate the people of Benue State, our traditional institutions, elders, women, youth, farmers, entrepreneurs, and all sons and daughters of the state, whose sacrifices and contributions have shaped Benue we proudly celebrate today. Congratulations. As we commemorate this Golden Jubilee, may we renew our commitment to peace, unity, security, and sustainable development. May the next 50 years bring greater prosperity, stronger institutions, and more opportunities for every citizen of Benue State. Congratulations to His Excellency and congratulations to the good people of Benue State on this historic Golden Jubilee. Long live Benue State, long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you and God bless you all. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you very much. His Excellency, the former Vice President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Namadi Sambo, GCON. Your Excellencies, at this point, I'd like to invite for the vote of thanks the Secretary to the State Government of Benue State, Deaconess Ceremon Deborah Habe Esquire. Please, a round of applause for her as she steps forward.
Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented here today by right on Femi Gbajabiamila, the Chief of Staff to the President. Your Excellency, General Yakubu Gowon, GCFR, former Head of State. Your Excellency, Alhaji Namadi Sambo, GCON, former Vice President. Your Excellency, Reverend Father Chief Dr. Hyacinth Yomem Alia, the Executive Governor of Benue State, permit me to stand on the well-established protocol with hearts overflowing with gratitude to Almighty God. I stand to bring the formal proceedings of this historic grand finale to a close. For the past 1 week, Benue State has stood in celebration not merely of 50 years of statehood, but of a remarkable journey of resilience, enterprise, unity, and hope. Throughout this memorable week, we have reflected on our rich history, showcased our diverse cultural heritage, commissioned projects that speak to our collective aspirations, celebrated excellence, honored our heroes, and renewed our commitment to building a stronger, safer, and more prosperous Benue State. Today's grand finale has been the crowning moment of these celebrations. We have witnessed a spectacular cultural parade, inspiring performances, and the scholarly reflections on Benue yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We have also listened to goodwill messages with a lot of prayers for our dear state. Permit me on behalf of the government and the good people of Benue State to express our profound appreciation to His Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for the honor accorded the Benue State through the representation of His Excellency, the Chief of Staff to the President, Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila. Your presence among us today is a strong testament to the federal government's solidarity with the people of Benue and its commitment to continued growth and development. Kindly convey our heartfelt gratitude and warm regards to Mr. President. To our visionary governor, Reverend Father Dr. Hyacinth Yomem Alia, we express our sincere appreciation for your purposeful and transformational leadership. This Golden Jubilee celebration has not only reflected the beauty of our heritage, but has also showcased the remarkable strides of your administration that continues to make infrastructure, education, healthcare a priority. Finally, we celebrate this historic milestone alongside the 60th birthday anniversary of our governor. We pray that Almighty God will continue to grant him abundant strength, wisdom, sound health, and divine grace to continue serving our dear states, so we soar into distinction. The government and the people of Benue State pay special tributes and brings great appreciations to the family of the Shelengs, the family of Aku, the Obademi family. We have their family members here in our midst who have come from different locations. We were told earlier that some flew in from the United States. The families of Oneya and Sule Yaji, who is presently in our midst with his wife. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being part of history. Thank you for celebrating Benue. Thank you for believing in the limitless possibilities of our state. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Please put your hands together for the Secretary for the Government of Benue State, that's the SSG, Barrister Deaconess Deborah Abe. We thank you very much. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the purpose of that vote of thanks is an understanding of protocol. May I, therefore, at this point, and let me also let you know, for those of you who saw the cutting of the anniversary cake and are wondering what has happened, that will be done when the president rises to come and speak. Then that cake will be cut, and then the president will proceed to the podium to deliver his message. Permit me, Benue, to welcome your own, the one you celebrate, the one you love to listen to, the one you always keep quiet when he's talking, the Executive Governor of Benue State, His Excellency, Reverend Father Dr. Hyacinth Yomem Alia, Chief, the Asota Otiv,
Chayamiana Kayale Sulaha, Weshanu Jitamani TV to Weka Sota, Utim Jimichi, Weshanu Abane, Atumangua.
Thank you so very much. Please be seated. Your Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented by the Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, the Chief of Staff to the President of Nigeria. Your Excellency, General Yakubu Gowon, GCFR, former head of state and chairman of this very unique 50th anniversary of Benue State. Your Excellency, Alhaji Namadi Sambo, GCON, and former Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Your Excellency, Barrister Dr. Sam Odemunai, the Deputy Governor of Benue State. Your Excellency, Senator Dr. Jonah David Jang, CON, former Governor of Benue of Plateau State, and former Administrator of Benue State, welcome you and your amiable wife. The Speaker of the Benue State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Mbega, the Speaker and Chairman of Conference of Speakers of Nigeria, who doubles as the Speaker of Delta State, and also representing his governor here. All the members of the different states of assemblies, my Lord, the Chief Judge of Benue State, His Lordship, Honorable Justice Maurice Ikambese, my Lord, President, Customary Court of Appeal, His Lordship, Cosmas Idie, I think my apologies here as well, the former Deputy Governor of Benue State, under Chief Aperaku, Alhaji Sule Iyaji, we welcome you back home. The Chairman of All Progressives Congress, Honorable Chief Benjamin Omale, the Chairman of Elders Forum of All Progressives Congress, Senator Chief Barnabas Gamade, and Secretary to the State Government of Benue State, judges of high courts and customary courts of appeal here present, His Royal Majesty Professor James Otesi Ozua Ayate CFR, the Totif, His Royal Majesty John Elaigu Obagaji Sion, the Ochidoma, His Royal Majesty Oba Adeyeyi Ogunwusi, CFR, the Oni of Ife, and the father of the day for this grand occasion, His Royal Highness Dr. Shehu Shindo Yamusa, the Emir of Kefi, and all the Royal Highnesses here with us, the Algon Chairman of Benue State, local governments, party leaders and opinion leaders, all top government functionaries, leaders of social, cultural associations, and heads of religious groups and different organizations and unions, distinguished invited guests, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Today, with profound gratitude to Almighty God, we gather to celebrate one of the most defining milestones in our history, the Golden Jubilee of the creation of Benue State. 50 years ago, a new chapter was opened in the life of our people. We thank His Excellency, the former head of state, who laid this foundation, and today he is with us as the chairman of this occasion. We appreciate you, sir. And today we celebrate not only the creation of the Benue State, but the triumph of hope, resilience, unity, and purposeful leadership. This occasion belongs to every Benue son and daughter, those at home and in the diaspora, the young and the old, those who lay the foundations of our dear state, and those who continue to build upon them. It is a moment to reflect on our journey, to celebrate our achievements, honor our heroes, and renew our commitment to a better tomorrow. Our story did not begin on 3rd February 1976. It began many decades earlier through the determined struggle of the ethnic nationalities of the Middle Belt for justice, equity, and political inclusion. Our founding fathers believed that development could only flourish where people were given the opportunity to determine their own destiny. Among the foremost champions of that noble struggle was the late Joseph Sarwan Taka, an exceptional nationalist whose courageous advocacy for minority rights and state creation helped shape the Nigerian Federation. His commitment to justice and equality inspired generations and paved the way for the eventual creation of our dear state. We equally acknowledge the historic role of the Nigerian armed forces in the evolution of modern Nigeria. And following the Civil War, successive military administrations undertook both constitutional and administrative reforms aimed at strengthening national unity and bringing governance closer to the people. It was under the visionary leadership of the late General Murtala Ramat Mohammed that Benue State was created on 3rd February 1976 from the former Benue Plateau State. We remember with deep appreciation the pioneer military administrator, Colonel Abdullahi Shaleng, whose administration laid the administrative foundations of our new state. We equally acknowledge all military administrators and those who served Benue with dedication during the formative years of our development. With the return to democratic governance in 1979, the late Governor Apara laid the enduring foundation of modern Benue State. Through visionary investment in agriculture, education, industries, healthcare, and rural development, he firmly established Benue as the food basket of the nation, and his legacies continue to inspire development agenda today. As we celebrate 50 years of statehood, we pay tribute to every governor, military or civilian, who served our dear state. From the pioneering administrations to the present day, each government, despite the peculiar challenges of its time, contributed in its own way to strengthening our institutions, expanding infrastructure, promoting education, improving healthcare, and supporting agriculture, deepening democracy, and advancing the welfare of our people. History will always remember their service and contributions to the building of our modern Benue. Today, we also honor our distinguished sons and daughters who have elevated the name of Benue on the national, continental, and global stages through exemplary leadership, outstanding service, and remarkable achievements. Over the past 5 decades, Benue has consistently produced men and women who have occupied some of the highest offices in the Federal Republic of Nigeria and have made invaluable contributions to nation building. We proudly celebrate our illustrious sons and daughters who served as presidents of the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Dr. Eochia Ayu, Chief Senator Ame Ebute, and Senator David Alechanu Mark, whose leadership enriched Nigeria's parliamentary democracy during critical periods of our national history. We equally recognize late Right Honorable Benjamin Chaha, who served as Speaker of the House of Representatives, and Right Honorable Tengu Tsegba, who served with distinction as Speaker pro tempore of the House of Representatives, and further underscoring Benue's enduring contributions to legislative leadership. Our state has also produced eminent national political leaders who have guided the affairs of major political parties in Nigeria. We proudly acknowledge Chief Barnabas Gemade, late Chief Audu Ogbe, and Dr. Eochia Ayu, who served as national chairman of major political parties and played significant roles in shaping the evolution of our democracy. We equally celebrate Senator George Akume, who serves as the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, alongside the many illustrious sons and daughters of Benue, who have served as ministers of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and also as ambassadors, as heads of federal government agencies, permanent secretaries, justices of superior courts, diplomats, and senior public servants whose dedication has strengthened our nation. Benue's contribution to national security is equally remarkable. pay glowing tributes to the late Major General Joseph Akahan, Nigeria's first indigenous chief of army staff, whose patriotism, courage, and professionalism laid the enduring foundations for the Nigerian army. We also honor Lieutenant General Victor Malu, former chief of army staff, as well as the many distinguished generals, senior military officers, police officers, intelligence personnel, and gallant men and women of Benue extraction who have served and continue to serve with honor in defending the unity, sovereignty, and territorial integrity of our great nation. We celebrate our revered traditional rulers, the Totiv, the Ochidoma, and all traditional institutions whose wisdom, leadership, and commitment have preserved our rich cultural heritage and promoted peaceful coexistence and strengthened community development across our state. We acknowledge the immeasurable contributions of our religious leaders whose moral guidance has strengthened our society, our civil servants who have sustained the machinery of government, our development partners whose collaboration has accelerated growth, and our farmers whose hard work continues to feed millions across Nigeria and sustain Benue's identity as the food basket of the nation. We are equally proud of Benue's outstanding contribution to the Nigerian judiciary. Our state has produced eminent jurists whose integrity, learning, and commitment to justice have strengthened the rule of law and deepened our democracy. We pay glowing tribute to the late Justice Aloysius Katsina Alu, former Chief Justice of Nigeria, whose distinguished career at the nation's apex court remains a source of pride to Benue and to Nigeria. We also celebrate Honorable Justice John Tehemba Toho, the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court, whose exemplary service continues to advance the administration of justice in our dear country, Nigeria. And alongside many other judges of Superior Court, legal scholars, and practitioners of Benue extraction, they have upheld the finest traditions of legal profession and enhanced Nigeria's judicial system. We celebrate our eminent jurists, scholars, professors, researchers, scientists, engineers, medical practitioners, lawyers, writers, innovators, captains of industry, entrepreneurs, and development experts whose excellence has earned Benue a place of honor in academia, science, medicine, literature, public service, and global scholarship. We are immensely proud of our teachers who have molded generations of leaders, and of our students who have distinguished themselves in national and international academic competitions, innovation challenges, scholarships, debates, science fairs, sporting events, and professional examinations. Their achievements continue to demonstrate that the greatest resource of Benue is not merely its fertility of land, but the intellect, creativity, and resilience of its people. We salute our sporting heroes and heroines who have represented Benue, Nigeria with distinction in football, athletics, basketball, volleyball, boxing, wrestling, parasports, and many other sporting disciplines. Through their achievements, they have brought honor to our state and inspired countless young people to pursue excellence with discipline and determination. We also celebrate our musicians dramatists, authors, filmmakers, cultural performers, visual artists, and creative entrepreneurs who continue to preserve, promote, and project the rich cultural heritage of Benue before Nigeria and our international community. To the women of Benue, we owe an immeasurable debt of gratitude. Your resilience, enterprise, compassion, and leadership have sustained our homes, strengthened our communities, and advanced our development. To our youth, your creativity, innovation, and entrepreneurial spirit give us confidence that the future of Benue is even brighter. Our history has not been without challenges. We have endured insecurity, communal conflicts, displacement of our people, devastating floods, and economic hardship. We remember those who paid the supreme price in defense of our communities and those who continue to bear the scars of these difficult experiences. Their sacrifices shall never be forgotten. Despite these trials, the Benue spirit remains unbroken. We are a resilient people. We have always risen above adversity because hope has always triumphed over despair. As your governor, I reaffirm our administration's commitment to building upon these achievements of the past while laying a stronger foundation for the future. We are restoring confidence in governance through physical discipline, strengthening institutions, expanding infrastructure across all 23 local government areas, improving healthcare and education, and supporting agriculture, attracting investment, and protecting industrialization, empowering our youth and women, and enhancing security across our state. We are determined to move Benue beyond being the basket filled with food for the nation. We are building an economy driven by agro-processing, manufacturing, mining, and technology, tourism, and innovation. Our abundant natural resources, entrepreneurial people, and strategic location position us to become one of Nigeria's leading centers of economic growth. Beyond agriculture, Benue is richly endowed with over 45 identified minerals, occurrences, and deposits, including gold, lithium, limestone, barite, kaolin, lead, zinc, and several other strategic minerals with promising prospects for oil and gas development. Our administration is committed to creating an enabling environment that attracts responsible investment, not merely for the extraction of these raw materials, but for the establishment of processing industries and manufacturing enterprises here in Benue. One of our newly made industries, the fruit concentrate industry, which Mr. President is going to commission right after this assembly, it's also just waiting so that huge patronage would also be impacted. Our goal is to develop value chains that create jobs, stimulate industrial growth, return wealth within our state, and transform Benue from supplier of raw materials into a leading center for agro-industrial and mineral-based economic development. The next 50 years must be different from the first. We envision a Benue where every local government area becomes a center of economic productivity, where every child receives a quality education, where every farmer has access to modern technology and agro-industries, where universities become centers of global research and innovation, where digital technology drives development, where industries create jobs for our youth, where abundant mineral resources are responsibly harnessed, where peace and security prevail in every community, and where government continues to serve with transparency, accountability, and compassion. And we must be directional and deliberate on this. To our sons and daughters in the diaspora, you remain an integral part of our story. Your investments, professional accomplishments, philanthropy, innovation, and love for our homeland continue to strengthen Benue. I invite you to join us in building the next chapter of our development through investment, technology transfer, mentorship, and strategic partnerships. As we celebrate this Golden Jubilee, let us renew our covenant of unity. Let us reject every force that seeks to divide us. Let us embrace peace, mutual respect, justice, and collective responsibility. The greatness of Benue has never rested solely on its fertile land, but on the character, resilience, industry, and boundless potential of its people. The first 50 years gave us our identity. The next 50 years must deliver unprecedented prosperity. Let history remember this generation as the generation that united Benue State, restored confidence in governance, unlocked the potential of our people, and positioned our state among the leading economies of Nigeria. And together, with God as our guide and our people as our greatest strength, we shall build a peaceful, secure, prosperous, industrialized, technologically advanced, environmentally sustainable, and globally respected Benue State. On behalf of the government and the good people of Benue State, I congratulate every Benue son and daughter at home and in the diaspora on this historic Golden Jubilee. May we, as a symbol of love and unity and the greater things to come, please stand and give an ovation of enduring resilience to our great state of Benue. So please stand. Please stand. And so may we put our hands together for this great state of ours that will continue to be a light to the entire nation. But you have thank you so very much. Thank you. You make the wheel go round. Thank you so very much. Happy 50th anniversary, Benue State. May God continue to bless each of you. May God bless all our guests, our dear president, who keeps thinking Benue and has his hopes in Benue. And to all of you, may God bless all our efforts. May we continue to move from grace to grace. May God bless our dear state of Benue always. May God continue to bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you, everyone. No, you don't go straight to personal. So you are now cutting off the cake. Thank you, trumpeters, thank you.
1, 2.
Thank you. Please put your hands together for the Executive Governor of Benue State. We are going to witness the cutting of the Jubilee celebration cake. The governor is going straight to the cake now. May I invite the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, represented here by Chief of Staff to the President, Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila. He will be joined.
1, 2.
He will be joined at the cake by the governor, the deputy governor, our royal fathers, the Tortiv, the Oni of Ife, the Ochidoma,
1, 2.
the chairman of occasion, General Yakubu Gowon, former Vice President Namadi Sambo, former Governor Jonah David Jang, former Governor Gabriel Suswam, former Governor General Atom Kora.
Yeah, once.
These are the people that will join the President at the cutting of the Jubilee celebration cake. The Governor of Benue State is there. The Deputy Governor of Benue State is there. The Royal Fathers, the Totiv, the Oni of Ife, the Ochidoma, former Governors General Atom Kora, General Senator Jonah David Jang, Governor Gabriel Suswam, and of course our father, the chairman of this occasion, former head of state of Nigeria, General Yakubu Gowon. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to spell the name of Benue. We are going to spell the name of Benue. And it will be important that everybody here will participate in this. When we spell the name and we finish the spelling, at the pronunciation of the name Benue, that's when the cake will be cut. So, stop the music for now, stop the music. When I have a cue from there, we will start the spelling. Can I have a B? E N U E. What name is that? Benue. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. That cake has been cut, and that is just it. Nothing more than that. Thank you. That cake, DJ, slow down. I told you earlier that 50th anniversary cake is made by ATM Cake Affairs. We thank you for that beautiful cake. May I invite the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is represented here by the Chief of Staff, Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, former Speaker, House of Representatives of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, a grounded politician. He was a minority leader of the House of Representatives. then became the majority leader of the House of Representatives. And then he became the Speaker of the House of Representatives. Today, he is the Chief of Staff. We all pray for him to move even higher when he leaves that office. The Honorable Chief of Staff, Benue, is truly happy to have you here. We appreciate your presence here. Thank you, sir.
Your Excellency, General Yakubu Gowon, GCFR, former head of state and chairman of this very grand occasion, Your Excellency Alhaji Namadi Sambo, GCON, former Vice President of Nigeria, Your Excellency Reverend Chief Hassan Alia, the Executive Governor of this great state, Benue, Your Excellency Barrister Dr. Sam Ode, Deputy Governor of Benue State, Your Excellency Senator Jonah David Jang, CON, former Governor of Benue State, and his amiable wife, Your Excellency Chief Senator Dr. Gabriel Suswam, the former Governor of Benue State, and his amiable wife, Alhaji Sule Yaji, former Deputy Governor of Benue State, the National Assembly members here present, Honorable Speaker, Benue State House of Assembly, my Lord Chief George, Benue State, the Oni of Ife, the Totiv, and all our royal fathers here present, I crave your indulgence at this point to allow me stand on the protocol as already established in the interest of time, and allow me go straight to the speech that Mr. President has asked me to deliver to you all on this memorable occasion. It gives me immense pleasure to join the government and the good people of Benue State on this historic occasion as we celebrate the golden jubilee of the creation of this great state. I heartily congratulate every son and daughter of Benue at home and across the world on attaining this remarkable milestone. Today is not merely a celebration of 50 years. It is a celebration of a people whose story has been written with resilience, enterprise, courage, sacrifice, and an unwavering belief in a better tomorrow. The creation of Benue State on the 3rd of February 1976 represented far more than the establishment of a new administrative entity. It reflected Nigeria's commitment to justice, inclusion, and balanced development. Again, I join others in thanking General Yakubu Gowon for having this vision and capacity to create Benue State 50 years ago. And 50 years later, Benue has more than justified that vision. It has emerged as one of the pillars of our federation, feeding our nation, strengthening our economy, enriching our diversity, and producing exceptional men and women whose contributions continue to shape the destiny of Nigeria. Known proudly by everyone in Nigeria as the food basket of the nation, Benue has remained a symbol of hard work and abundance. The fertile lands of this state have sustained millions of Nigerians, while the ingenuity, resilience, and determination of its people have earned Benue a place of honor in every sphere of national life. As we celebrate this golden anniversary, we pay a glowing tribute to the founding fathers whose vision and sacrifices made this day possible. We particularly remember the late Joseph S. Tucker, one of Nigeria's foremost nationalists and champions of equity, whose tireless advocacy for justice and minority rights helped lay the foundation for the creation of Benue State. We also honor every governor and administrator who has led this state, every legislator who has served its people, every traditional ruler who has preserved our cherished heritage, every religious leader who has nurtured hope and unity, every farmer whose labor feeds our nation, every teacher who has shaped young minds, every entrepreneur who has created opportunities, every civil servant who has strengthened our institutions, and every citizen whose daily sacrifices have contributed to the progress of this great state. Mr. President has asked me to tell you that Benue's contributions to Nigeria is both profound and enduring. This state has produced distinguished national leaders, Senate presidents, speakers of the House of Representatives, secretary to the government of the Federation, ministers, ambassadors, national chairmen of political parties, service chiefs, eminent jurists, renowned scholars, captains of industry, accomplished professionals, celebrated artists and sporting icons whose achievements have brought pride and honor to our nation. He has also asked me to commend the governor of Benue State, His Excellency Reverend Father Dr. Alia, for his commitment to strengthening governance, improving infrastructure, promoting peace, and expanding opportunities for the people of the state. The federal government remains steadfast in its partnership with Benue in addressing security challenges, modernizing agriculture, improving infrastructure, creating jobs, expanding access to quality healthcare and education, and unlocking the immense economic potential of this great state. As Benue enters its next 50 years, Mr. President says that this is the time to dream bigger, aspire higher, and work harder. The opportunities before this state are greater than ever before. With its vast agricultural resources, youthful population, rich cultural heritage, strategic location, and resilient people, Benue is well positioned to become not only Nigeria's agricultural powerhouse, but also a leading center of agro-industrial innovation, commerce, education, tourism, and investment. Mr. President has a word for the young people of Benue. He says the next chapter of this state's history belongs to you. Let your ideas become industries, your talents become enterprises, your education become innovation, and your patriotism become the foundation upon which an even greater Benue will be built. To all sons and daughters of Benue, wherever you may be, Mr. President urges you to remain united in purpose, steadfast in peace, and committed to the development of your homeland. Let this golden jubilee renew our collective resolve to build a state where every child can dream without limits, every family can prosper, and every community can live in peace and security. The story of Benue is ultimately a story of hope, a reminder that with unity, visionary leadership, hard work, and faith in God, no challenge is unsurmountable, and no aspiration is beyond our reach. As we celebrate this remarkable milestone, let us honor the past, celebrate the present, and embrace the future with renewed confidence. The next 50 years must surpass the achievements of the last 50. Together, we shall build a Benue that is stronger, safer, more prosperous, and an even greater source of pride to Nigeria and to Africa. He says, congratulations once more to the government and the good people of Benue on your golden jubilee. Happy 50th birthday, happy anniversary. May God continue to bless Benue State, and may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
Please put your hands together.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, trumpeters. Thank you. As soon the national anthem, please. Mr. President is proceeding straight to the industrial layout now to commission the fruit concentrate factory built by our governor. Remember, we are coming back here at 6 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the evening, I beg your pardon, for a very special concert to celebrate Benue at 50, featuring Mr. P of P Square, Magneto, Ferocious, Odi Woods, Rapizo, Feruzi, I beg your pardon, Rapizo, Egyptian Cairo, Zazia Yale, and a lot of other Benue artists. Come back here 6 o'clock in the evening for a very special concert to celebrate Benue at 50. On behalf of the technical advisor to the governor of Benue State on media and communications, Solomon Yopev, my humble self, Stevia, you are Sampadi, MC Kpakpakpa, and Jude Alaki. Thank you very much for being with us here. And by the grace of God, we will live to see another.
Welcome back from the live telecast. We'll now continue with our regular programs. Stay tuned.
Every day, across forests, highways, towns and villages, brave men and women stand watch so that Nigeria can sleep. They leave their families behind, confront danger head-on, and make sacrifices many of us will never see. Yet, the enemies of our nation continue their assault. They target our children. They murder innocent citizens. They force families from their homes. They turn thriving communities into places of fear and uncertainty. Their goal is simple: to break our spirit, divide our people, and steal the future of our nation. But Nigeria is stronger than terror. As we demand greater accountability, stronger security measures, and more effective action from those entrusted with our safety, we must also play our part. Support our security forces. Salute their gallantry. Stand with those who stand for us. If you see something, say something. Let us be our brother's keeper. We must never surrender to fear, despair, or hopelessness. This is not the time for division, not by tribe, not by religion, not by region, not by political party. Because terror recognizes no ethnicity, no faith, and no ideology. Its enemy is all of us. And together, united as one people, we can defeat it. For our children, for our communities, for our future, for Nigeria. Join the movement. Stand for our country. Stand for one another. #Unite against terror.